Hey. Hey, I'm talking to you. Welcome to the stream. So things are going pretty awesome on Barony Dev right now. We're so stinking close to having something we can ship. So close. And I know I keep saying that, and it's like, does that mean later this week, or... And I'm sorry, my close might not be the same as everyone else's close. But, anyway, before I showed y'all what I was working on in the Underworld, I wanted to show you the context in which it was going to be used. As you can see right now, I'm in the Underworld. It's a little different than you might be accustomed to. I hear something burning. Is it lava? Well, who can really know for sure? Yeah, this room is definitely making a bunch of noise. Anyway, flee ye mortals, return to the realm of the living. So I've put this escape portal inside the escape room rather than outside, because inside or outside the room, you know, I've moved the treasure chest over here, so you have to venture a little bit more outside. And then out front, you have these shrines. So one of the things that we want to do for Barony... I'm just trying to figure out what that ruckus is, dude. It's probably lava or something. But in the Underworld, we don't want levitation to be so much of a requirement anymore. It should still be a big advantage. But using these shrines, we want you to be able to get around the Underworld even if you don't have levitation. Requiring levitation is really prescriptive. Like, the only way you can get through this level is if you have this one ability. So that's the correct playstyle to have, is having that one ability. And we're not a huge fan of that. So, hold on a second now. I should probably let people know that I'm streaming these. And that's twitch.tv/Mr. Snake. Okay, sorry about the delay on that. Okay, so just a brief demonstration here. If I click on this shrine, it says the shrine responds to my touch, and then what's up, Skeleton Healer? It's a placeholder statue. It does kind of look like a winged squirrel or something. But the idea is it will teleport you around to other teleport shrines in the level, and so I'll be adding a bunch of these to our level designs. But moreover, this isn't final art. I need to redo the art for these. So yeah, like, we still want it to be an advantage to have levitate here, but not like mandatory. Like, oh yeah, there's like a whole tile set in the game that most classes will never be able to, you know, explore. And that, like, it doesn't strike us as the right way to handle this. So yeah, touch the shrine, it casts teleport on me. And because there's no other teleport shrines in the level, it just put me right here. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna start this stream. Now that I've shown you this, let's go ahead and quit the game. Don't care. 16 by or 4x3 work. That's what we need to do. So I'm gonna start by doing a little concepting, and I'm gonna make it real quick. For some people, concept art is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a beautiful painting that you'd want to hang up in your wall. That's not how your boy operates. your boy here does fast sketches to figure out what he wants something to look like. And so that's what I'm finna do today. Is I'm gonna draw a couple ideas for shrines. We have one that we know we're gonna use, which is the teleport shrine. That's the one I just got hit by that I showed you. And so I'm gonna do one. I know, detail shmeetail. It's not like I'm using this for key art. Excuse me. So I know I want to concept a teleport shrine that is suited to the underworld, because that's pretty much the only place you're ever gonna see it. And then I also want to concept another shrine that might be used for kind of any spell. So like when you activate it, it like imbues you with another kind of effect, like maybe flutter, or you know, I don't know what else, like water walk. Like there's like, it could be all sorts of things that it could cast on you, but it's a more generic spell shrine is what I want to do art for. So we'll start off with the teleport one, because we know we're going to need that one. And let me turn on some music for you. And I'm just going to be drawing, doodling. So thanks for coming to hang out and watch me draw. And once I got some drawings that I'm happy with, I think I can work with, then I'm going to stop doing that and I'll switch over to voxel art. And hopefully I get to that today. I started streaming pretty late today, so we'll see how much time I have. Oh, it looks like the music is not getting sent to you guys. Why not? Properties. Audio input capture. What the heck? Cancel. Cancel. I need to go to... Oh, this property. Here we go. Oh, I see. I'm going to add application audio output capture, add existing. How about this one? Is this the right one? Okay, removing this. Removing that. Sorry, I haven't used this 4x3 setup in a long time because I haven't streamed any drawing. And so I just had to get it going again. And it is capturing just Barony and Winamp so that I can listen to whatever I want on the side. So. So I'm just trying to figure out where the volume is on this so that I can turn it a little bit down for myself. All right, we got it. A healing totem between stages would be cool, like the bridges between my... Yeah, I agree. Some kind of like... Just some kind of spell beacon or something. I agree, that'd be really cool. Oh my gosh. My sody pop had spilleth over. This is embarrassing. I gotta get up real quick and get a paper towel to clean up because like my soda was too icy and so it like overflowed itself. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, I got my mess cleaned up. Thanks for your patience. Now I can start drawing. So I'm kind of starting with a standard gargoyle concept. What's up, Grotesque? Reference images? Not really. I start from imagination first, and once I find an idea that I like, I might look up reference to, like, elaborate on the idea some. I really prefer to start from my imagination. I've been like that since I was a kid. I've never really liked doing reference. Yeah, kind of a gargoyle to start with and see how it is. I mean, it's kind of indistinguishable from an imp, although our imps don't have horns. Do something less impish and maybe a little more undead. All right. We've got 3. That's a skeleton healer. All right. I mean, this looks so like warlocky and metal that like that's fine and all, but it's like an. I don't know how I feel about like a comedically oversized skull. You know, like if I'm gonna use a skull as a symbol here, I'd like it to be like the size of a real in-game skull. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of made it like an orb, like it's holding like a crystal orb or something, but I could actually make it hollow, like a ring. Like this. Maybe something smaller inside. I don't know if that'll read in game. I could do something like this. It's new, so why not have a unique skull? Yeah, I'm just thinking like the aesthetic. Like if you walked into a house and there was like a giant oversized skull there, would you be like, whoa, metal? Or you'd be like, why? Why'd you make that? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm gonna like do an image search for skull altar, see what comes up. Oh yeah, this is some Warhammer 40K's, like skulls for the skull throne kind of situation. What if I did like skull totem? I'm sure I'll get like a million references for that. Yeah, for the hell stuff, I'm using like the goat or the bull skull. And so I'd like to go either more like imp or humanoid skull here. Avoid the sort of like livestock skull look that you see in a lot of like satanic imagery, because this is the underworld, it's not hell. And I want there to be a clear like stylistic distinction between those things. Something dark and ominous instead of comedically large. Well, this one right here, you know, this one I kind of like. I'm trying to think of something that symbolizes teleportation that's also relatable, and that's kind of like a big ask. Like, yeah, what's a common symbol for teleporting? Well, because teleporters aren't real, it's a little hard to symbolize that. And so I'm like falling back on kind of generic death themes. I really like this skeleton here. I think maybe if I do a skull pile. The existing portals in the game, yeah, those are, I think I don't want it to look like a portal. I think I want it to look like a shrine. So like, what happens if I look up skull shrine? it something that you use and then it casts a spell on you? Okay, I can make it look like an elevated bowl or something. Like that you touch the waters and... So I'll explore some of that. No, they deliberately leave you in the dark about where you're gonna be teleported. Changes every game. Changes every game. Yeah, it's not a new secret level, although I am going to make new secret levels. This one is, But yeah, the standard underworld levels are going to be procedural. Yeah, the QID update is quite large. What's up, Lego? How's it going? All right. We got a little bone bird bath. I see what you said about like blood flowing from their mouths. It would be fun to do that. I would need help from code to get that to happen. I can't do any animation on my own in the game, really. I just had an idea, but it's escaping me right now. Oh, yes. You said a monolith of skulls. And when I read monolith at first, I was like, well, I don't want it to be too big. It needs to be as small as a tile. But then I thought about something like an obelisk, maybe with skulls embedded in it. And maybe like some magic gems or like glowing gems embedded in it too. That could be cool. I'll give that a try. I like obelisks a lot, actually. And I like the Underworld's connection to, like, if there's a little sort of Egypt theming in there, there's a lot of Egyptian symbolism that ties in well to that, and obelisks are good for that. I don't know if I can get that kind of detail, Skeleton Healer, in 32 cubic voxels to have it be a skeletons climbing, multiple skeletons. It has to turn into voxel art eventually. No, 32 voxels. Yeah, it's 32 by 32 by 32 for one dungeon tile. And so that's all I get to work with. Like, so like, and a player character is something like, what, 26, 28 voxels tall. So if you're having multiple skeletons climbing something, there's just kind of like no way to do that in that amount of space. Oh, good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. I like obelisks because they're like a beacon, and the nature of the teleport shrines is that they take you from beacon to beacon, and so like if I did a quick search for like beacons, yeah, the whole point is to like draw attention from afar. It's a marker. Yeah, just like scrolling through. I mean, obelisks are just cool. I can make it a little taller by having it rectangular on the bottom before it tapers up. Having a tapering shape is actually not that easy to do in voxel art because each amount that it tapers inward, it has to be like an entire voxel, and that can end up not looking that great. But I'll try it out and see how it goes. Yeah. All right. I think just doodling and experimenting a bit, I think really helped me sort of naturally arrive, and thanks for some commentary from Skeleton Healer here, naturally kind of arrive at like maybe an obelisk is the right place to start So with that, I guess I'm done drawing for the moment. I'll keep this off on the side so that I can look at it. But now we're going to switch view modes so that I can work in Voxel Shop. All right, here we are. We're just going to start with, I'll start with like a light purple, and then I'll color it later. Is this the right amount of voxels? Yes, 32 by 32 by 32. So this is one tile, one dungeon tile, and it is going to be blocked on all sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we got even numbers here. We're just going to measure out to really the far edge. Maybe 1 in from the far edge of the tile. Because it doesn't need to look like it takes up the entire space. And we're just gonna start building up an obelisk and seeing how well we can decorate it here. Hey, why are you knocking at my door? Sorry about that. Kid wants help with Minecraft, which is cool and all, but like, I'm in the middle of the stream here. Your sister can handle that, buddy. I think I might not want to do it this way. I think I might want to build up one side and then duplicate it around. Because this is a lot of voxels to deal with. Yeah, I can copy a layer. Well, I can't resize, but I can move it, and that might be faster than deleting some voxels. That's kind of what I'm going to try right now. Okay, we have the shape of a quarter of an obelisk, which is 25% of what we need. Follow me for more math tips. did a mispaste there, so. I'm just gonna paste this one here and then I can duplicate the whole thing once more. So we got the shape of the obelisk in order. And I don't think I'm going to add any detail for like the skulls and crystals and stuff, bones, until I've got the main colors down, because getting the painting just right is like a major portion of getting the voxel shape to look right. So I could also make this taller, but then the player will be they won't be able to see the top of the obelisk very well, and I want it to really read as an obelisk on the screen, so we're going to leave it about this height. So for color reference, I'm going to pull in the underworld tile colors. So images, tiles. I need to look at a preview real quick here. Tiles. All right, let's find. Where can we find the underworld tiles? I forget what they're called. Okay, here's the walls. That's fine, and we'll reference that for stone. Might as well. Actually, here we go. Bone wall pillar. That's a good one. It has all the colors in it. So there's going to be too many colors in this. We're not going to use all of them. We've ran into that problem before. But I can at least match the color pretty closely here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably have the obelisk itself mostly be this sort of like gray-purple that's at the bottom. Like the underworld grass color. And then we can do the green for the surrounding pedestal stone. Let's just get that started. And we're gonna use, and maybe we won't use the purple at all, but we will use the bone color. Oops. And referencing the texture itself will help this blend in really nicely with the environment. think if I do a flood fill on this, it's actually going to paint the bottom too, because we don't want that. I mean, I'll try a flood fill, but I probably just have to undo it. Yeah, that's what I expected. And that's because there's voxels on the inside that go all the way down to the bottom. I could do something like, you know, fill interior with, what? Black. Fill interior. And then I can switch colors and then fill the outside. No, that didn't work either. So we're just going to do it. It's not going to take that long. Just paint it. Happy little obelisk. Yeah, color scheme time, that's right. Okay, so this is the front. I don't need to do like one color per stage here. I'm gonna tone it down a little bit, do some coloring in. Yeah, this is going well. Will there be light sources around to illuminate the obelisks? Yeah, that's the word I'm using. So, I mean, they're going to be lit just like any other model, and so if it's pitch black, then the obelisk will be pitch black. And then you approach with your torch, and it'll be whatever brightness level your torch makes it. You know, we won't get that awesome effect that would be, you know, that we'd love for, like, each side of the obelisk to light independently. That's just not how Barony's lighting works. But we'll get, you know, we'll get the normal model lighting. And I'll bake in some, I guess you could call it a lighting effect that I bake in with the painting. All right, let's get a little brighter. Oh, one of the things I can do is I can make sure that there's like wherever I place these manually, I could place like an ominous light source on it that just doesn't have any source, so it's like the obelisk itself is glowing a little. I think that might be appropriate. But it's not like a sparkly effect or anything like that. It's just literally a light source. I'm actually pretty happy with how this shading is turning out. I haven't just duplicated it on every side. I've tried to give it a little bit of like an angle to it. Thank you. I was just saying that I'm gonna experiment with adding some skulls to this before I continue doing any more painting on the back. Because I'm already quite committed to the idea with the amount of work I put into it, and I want to make sure that I test out all the other aspects of the silhouette before I overcommit. Skeleton. Okay. So this is the skeleton's head model. It's a perfect reference. It's literally perfect because it's a skull. Let's quickly just like repaint it to match the environment. We'll start from the color basis of inanimate skulls rather than animate ones. We'll chop off the neck. Unnecessary. We're gonna fill the interior with that color. And then grab the eyeball color from the wall. I say eyeball, it's an eye socket. There we go. All right. World's best skull. So we painted that skull to match. And just with the skull for scale, it's kind of more obvious that what the size of this thing is going to be like in the game. It's about as tall as a skeleton or so. But quite a bit wider. Alright. That'll work. I think I should paint the pedestal. What's up, crazy elf? I see you just asked, what am I making? I am making a shrine for the underworld that can teleport you around, but you don't have control over where you end up. And so, the underworld right now, you can only really traverse it if you've got, like Flutter, or Levitate. And we still want there to be an advantage if you have a spell to help you around, but we don't really like that like most classes in the game just don't have access to the underworld, because we want to make it really cool and we want people to be able to appreciate it, and we don't want to railroad them into a single play style in order to get there. So part of the solution to that is me adding these shrines to the underworld that will teleport you to the other islands. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think it looks cool already. The bottom doesn't need to be anything cool. Oh, it's for a game. Yeah, that's right. I didn't see the notification that you were a new viewer, so you must have tuned into me doing some art before, so welcome back. Yeah, most of the art I stream is for the game that I work on. And lately I've been doing a lot of work streams that have been level design, so they're not even in the art category. But since I started the stream doing... Here, let me flip over to it. I'm referencing this as I work. I did some sketches of what some different shrines could look like, some teleport shrines. And once I got to the obelisk, obelisks have always had like a cultic feel, but also they look like beacons. And as a teleport shrine, it seems like it had the best of both worlds simultaneously. So even though I really like how these other ones look, and like I might use maybe the imp one with an orb. The imp gargoyle thing here, I might use that for like another kind of spell shrine, but for the teleport ones, I think these obelisks are kind of the perfect representation. So yeah, there we have it. Thanks for asking. Okay, the pedestal shading is going okay. I think I need to I think I need to like maybe brighten up this side a little bit. It looks incomplete. back of this obelisk is coming together kind of better than I hoped. It's good.
It's almost time for dinner.
Okay, thank you. Yep, heading to dinner soon here. First you found it odd that it wasn't symmetrical. Now it's blended all together. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the trick with pixel art is like you can make it sort of like mathematically right, but then it feels very dry and uninteresting to look at. And if you're gonna start making some artistic choices, you just have to, not to toot my own horn, but you just have to know what you're doing. Get out of it what you know you can. You know, like we can't go through every color in the gradation and still have asymmetry. Like we gotta skip some colors sometimes, and that's not just okay, it's also necessary to get the look that we're going for. So. Okay, is the composer coming back and creating more music? Yeah, so, you know, Chris Kukla is still a member of Turning Wheel, but we don't often have a lot of work for him, and he's got his own life and his own career to keep afloat, and so sometimes we need work from him, and he may or may not have time, but, you know, he's still our first choice. We still love Chris, and he does a great job when we have the opportunity to work with him. So So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of members of the Turning Wheel team that have contributed in the past and are not day-to-day contributors. And a big part of that is because we can't afford to pay everybody full-time. It's just not possible, so... well, with that, I need to go. It's dinner time. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm glad we got quite a bit of work done on this obelisk. I knew I was starting the stream late, but man, look at that. That is a handsome obelisk. I'm excited to see it in the game. Next time I stream, I will definitely put it in the underworld and see, and then continue decorating it with skulls and the like. So I hope y'all have a great Wednesday night ahead of you, and we post the finished product on the Discord. For the Adventurers Guild, yeah. Oh, it's only Tuesday. Have a great Tuesday night, and I'll catch y'all later. Cheers. Bye.